We finally got that breakout. We are above $24,000. We're not far above, and I want to break this down for you because we are potentially seeing some signs that could be a little bit concerning on this chart, and I need to make sure that I'm going through this with you very, very thoroughly in this video, because what we have going on in this market right now is a nice breakout. It's the most substantial one we've seen so far. This is, of course, attempt number 4, and we have managed to peak just at $25,000. Now, it's not super surprising that we ended up getting a rejection right here. Obviously we were expecting this breakout for a very long time. If you go back and look at the videos on this YouTube channel, we saw this coming from a while back, from quite a long time ago actually. Smash up the likes if you do appreciate that. But of course, 25k just being a round number is going to be somewhat important from a psychological perspective. And not only that, if we zoom out and take a look at one of our wicks that we got right here, this did take us down to the low 25k range. So we didn't quite get to hit that area, but we came close. And you know what? The thing is, I'm not too worried about it, but one of the things that I am seeing, which is somewhat concerning, and there are a few which I'm going to be going through with you in this video, because you guys already know the bullish stuff, right? Like, you guys know that I think there's basically no resistance up until we get higher and so on. You've heard that a million times, but there are some things that, while everyone in their bloody nan is getting very, very excited right now, I just want to calm us down and make sure that we are grounded in reason and logic. And the first thing that I think is really important to keep in mind is that even though it's not super worrying that we got a rejection at 25, I think we should have seen a more substantial breakout by now, ladies and gents. I definitely think that this market should have and could have risen much more by this stage. And at this time, it is looking like it could turn into one of these classic kind of deviations that we saw previously, where we get above our resistance level and then drop back down. Again, the probability of something like this happening is lower as time goes on, right? We've already done this 3 times, so what are the chances we do it 4 times? I haven't seen a a quadruple top maybe ever, so this is quite unlikely to happen for Bitcoin, in all honesty. And what I think is far more likely is that we're potentially just coming back down to recapture a little bit of support. Obviously, our support levels are getting higher. If we look at this Ichimoku cloud, it is 5 days away, but we are potentially getting a little bit of support right here, so that's okay. EMA support is obviously going to be catching up to the trend as well, so I don't really think we're doing too bad in those ways. But one of the things that I think is really important, and we can't really see it yet, is this fear and greed index, right? So yesterday, this updated 20 hours ago. Yesterday, we had a reading of 41. This is fairly high, ladies and gents. I made a video yesterday titled Bitcoin Whiplash, right? Like, a lot of people are just ping-ponging between extremes of emotion right now. And, we have gotten, just yesterday before the breakout even happened, a little bit more bullish in this market. But what I think is really, really important to see is how this updates within these next 4 hours. Because the thing is, we have actually entered a situation here where I'm seeing people become very, very bullish, very, very optimistic in this market. Already calls for $70,000 and so on. And you know what? I just think it's a little bit too premature for that stuff. Obviously I'll put that stuff in the titles, thumbnails, whatever. This is the YouTube game. It's, fuck me. It's normal. This is what you do on YouTube. But at the end of the day, just as a genuine analyst and trader in this market, I think people are potentially getting a little bit too irrationally exuberant a little bit too early. And if we take a look at things like MDX algo right here, just showing us the long and short ratio, I mean, across the board, we have more longs right here with Binance at 54%, Bybit at 51%, and FTX also at 50.4. We have more people going long than going short, and that does definitely paint an opportunity for, it's not to say that we can't go up, but it is to say that if we do, these longs are only going to keep on piling up, you know what I mean? And generally, when the whole market is long, it's just not the environment that the market is going to be able to keep trending upwards in. So still perhaps a little bit too much optimism in this market, just people getting very, very excited very quickly. And again, we're going to see this very clearly in the fear and greed index. I mean, if I see this rating anywhere above 45, anywhere above 50 especially, that's where we start entering that greed territory. I think we have a good chance at getting above 50. Well, to be fair, this pullback might be reining people in a little bit, but above 45, I think is super likely. That's right back into neutral territory. It's not the worst. It's not the end of the world. Bitcoin can definitely still pull off some cool stuff in terms of rallying up if we are at these kind of levels. But that ceiling is, I have to expect that it's going to be somewhere nearby, just given the fact that we are, really picking up bullish sentiment pretty damn quickly, and that is something which I think is really important, which is actually quite scary, just in terms of this rally, because I want to see this rally be successful. But obviously, if people are becoming very, very bullish very, very quickly, the market's not going to give that to us, and it could very well be that we come back down, grab some liquidity lower, and then even, move up over the next week or so. These kind of things I think are super, super likely, if the market keeps on picking up this bullish steam. Now, taking a look at where we are right now, this is fine overall. Like I said, we are just coming back down to our areas of support, because this general zone has acted as resistance quite predictably for Bitcoin over these last weeks. I think that it's very likely for Bitcoin to capture a little bit of support in this range, perhaps just hanging around a little bit until these EMAs catch up. We should have some EMA, we do have some EMA support on the 1 hour time frame already, so that is nice to see. Maybe some Ichimoku support, kind of. We're not there yet. This is only going to be useful tomorrow, but this is still something that could turn out to be quite useful. Bitcoin can do all sorts of things right here in order to recover this, but we are seeing some fairly substantial red volume here as well. So let's talk about this. Let's just zoom out a little bit and take a look at some of these worst case scenarios as well. It's worth doing this as a trader because, like I said, I do try to be as objective as possible in my analysis. I want to be covering both sides, even though I might not agree with it. That's my job as an analyst, and anyone who doesn't do that, well, they're just not going to stick around as traders for long because they're going to get wiped out. The thing is, if we do end up kind of slipping below this green line, I'm going to start getting a little bit worried. I don't even want to see Bitcoin losing this 24K area. It is a psychological nice round number for the market, so right around over here. I'm not going to keep this line on the chart though. I don't want to see Bitcoin losing this area. I think it's going to be, somewhat difficult to get back up, even though we will be coming back down for these support retests. I think that we've had a lot of them already. I think we've had enough support retests for this market to now start, kind of rallying higher. So it is kind of now or never the way I see it for Bitcoin at the moment. And again, it's not quite the best case scenario given all of the, existing bullish momentum in this market. But at the same time, like I said, this is support, and support is where the market starts getting bounces. So I don't want to be acting like, it's the end of the world when really we haven't really even had a fair chance at using our support yet. So, I am going to be staying somewhat patient for this at the moment. And if we do end up capturing that support, then like I said, what I said still stands very, very true. You only have to look at the way we dumped down or go further back to 2020. You're going to see very, very clearly that this range does generally print quite large moves to the upside quite quickly. So, I was saying this in the last video that I think whatever is going to happen quite soon. And obviously I was expecting this breakout. I also think that this move could happen quite quickly. So it's a Thursday today. Friday could turn out to be an interesting trading session for Bitcoin. Hopefully we get the pump on Friday, if we get it at all, because I wouldn't want to get this pump on a weekend. I know the weekend price action doesn't matter too much overall, but it's not, in my opinion, it's not totally fair to discount weekend trading action. I think it's still relevant, but at the end of the day, it's always going to be better if we do get this price action on weekdays. I think that the broader economy is looking pretty good for Bitcoin as well. The US dollar has started to fall down a fair bit in light of that inflation news. You guys know all about it most likely already, but if not, CPI report came out. 8.5% is the inflation number, which is, I think last number was like 9 point something. It's still obviously super high, but you are getting now for the first time in a while oil in the US. US oil right here moving down quite substantially. You take a look at this on the daily time frame, and oil obviously moving up by quite a bit. And the reason this is important is if oil prices are high, that means the cost of transportation of goods goes up. That means the cost of your goods go up, and that is the meaning of inflation, right? So inflation is what inflation is literally your general cost of goods going up. So oil prices contribute to that massively, and it's also just a good marker overall. If you see commodities like this going up, then that could be a sign that, things could start getting a little bit more expensive. Obviously, the cause of this is going to be just more dollars entering the market, but the actual inflation is when you start seeing these kind of asset prices and so on climbing up a little bit. So, I think that's important to keep in mind. We do have, at least over these next weeks, potentially some slightly more clear skies for the market to be rallying up. I still think that the dollar has, more room to drop lower on the daily time frame. It's looking like it's just not able to capture any support. The next real area of support that I'm seeing is going to be within this yellow box. So the very low 100-point region right here, which definitely could turn out to be important for the dollar. Taking a look at Ethereum, Ethereum has basically already gotten its beginning of its breakout as well. This is quite nice to see. It has now broken into this range where we have faked out before and, kind of come up above it and then come back down. So we definitely could do that again. But, for the most part, this is a pretty predictable range. When Ethereum enters this from the downside moving up, it does generally go all the way up. Take a look at this. On this occasion, we fell down. We went all the way up. On this occasion, fell down. Didn't quite get all the way up, but we got close and so on, right? So this is a pretty nice region to be breaking out of. I've already outlined for you guys that Ethereum, according to this chart, has a potential 35 to 40% range, and we've already managed to climb through, bear with me, we've already managed to climb through about 4% of that. So not much, still plenty of upside to go for Ethereum. Very much the same picture for Bitcoin as well. We are only just entering this range right now, but guys, I really need to see these candles pick up a little bit, because this daily candle right now is not looking good. This was supposed to be quite a big breakout day for Bitcoin, and like I said, it's fine right now. We have a chance to capture support, so I'm not too worried. But we are very, very close to invalidating this. And again, with all of that bullish sentiment with these longs, I just don't want to be getting ahead of ourselves right now. It looks like people are jumping on this bandwagon a little bit too quickly, and of course that is potentially harmful for the market right here. So all of this, again, as you guys know, is painting towards a very, very fruitful trading environment. The market is ranging quite nicely up and down. Big breakouts potentially around the corner. You guys already know the deal. I'm trading these things on Bybit, so if you want to check it out, follow the link in the description down below. It looks just like this. Come to any video's description and you will see this right here. Get over $4,000. You're getting over 4K by signing up to the main exchange that I trust with my trading activities. When you follow this link, you will get a list of benefits to Bybit and also some cool bonus products from me, made by me. Very, very cool stuff. This is something that VIP members actually get for free. You can get it for free by getting on Bybit. So like I said, this is the exchange that I'm using, and there's a quick video here showing you how to claim your bonuses as well. It is literally just 2.5 minutes to show you how to get yourself over $4,000. So the ROI on that is absolutely huge. You can do this if you already have an account as well. Totally fine. So just follow that link in the description if you want to be able to grab this opportunity by the balls and get that cash while you can. There's only 5 days left on this offer, and when it's gone, I don't know when they're going to do it again the next time. So definitely take advantage of this while you can. And yeah, just for now, just looking at this price action again, this is exactly where the market topped out many times, right? So if any area can give Bitcoin a bounce, it's going to be about here, maybe even a touch lower. So that to me isn't looking too bad. But again, we drop anywhere kind of below this kind of consolidation right here. If I just put a line right here, see all this kind of consolidation anywhere down to about this green line, and I think we're going to be in some trouble. So that is something that I'm going to be watching as well quite keenly, hopefully to see that Bitcoin can keep up this bullish momentum. With that, guys, that is all I've got for you in this video. Hope you have enjoyed it. You know what to do if you have. If you want to jump inside a VIP, watch me trading in real time, get access to absolutely everything that I do behind the scenes, including all the information on the trades that I'm entering or looking to enter, then follow these steps on screen right here. It is always going to be the first link in the description down below. Of course, it looks a little bit different, but right here, this link over here, click on this, and then it'll take you to my free Telegram channel, which looks like this. Click on my name at the bottom of any post there, and then send message. There's no download that you need to do for this. There's no sign up that you need to do for this, and it puts you in direct contact with me. So there you go. Really hope you have enjoyed this one. You know what to do if you have. Hit up the likes, subscribe, tick the bell, and I'm out. Bye-bye.